control the external environment of the child that would affect his attitude in the Montessori class as a mother.
The mother. So it's in a home setting. Yes. Okay. The first thing that I advise my clients here in the Philippines is to declutter. To take out all the unnecessary toys, unnecessary furniture, unnecessary, decorations that typically, gets the child riled up and interested, and ergo the mom or the dad or the grandma would say no. Don't touch that, it will break, and stop running and stuff like that. So we create a yes environment. So when you say yes environment, the child is able to get like his or her own water to drink or the toy to play, and all of these things are in the same place all the time. That the child can get these materials predictably where he has seen it before. You don't change the place randomly. It really throws the child off, because the child, especially from 3 to 6 year olds, they have this innate sense of order, and if you change one thing, even one tiny thing that you think it's not important, they feel it in their soul, and you would see that they're restless and they knew something changed, but they can't put their finger on it. That's why it's easy for them to be rattled and upset or fussy. So yeah, that's the first thing: declutter, and find the things that is appropriate for the child. The second part is, since it's a home setting, which means that it's a place where adults and children live. So what I suggest is have a place that is conducive for both children and adults. So what do I mean? In the dining table, I would suggest that you have a chair. I'm not sure if it's available in your country, but in the States, we have like a tripping chair, where the child can, climb on his or her own without much help. And it's, if the child sits on that chair, he's at the eye level of everyone. So it's like a high chair without the the thing in front. It's safe because it has a buckle that the child could put himself. And what it does is it combines the needs of the adult, which is an adult sized chair or furniture, and the child in a child sized furniture adapted to reach the table. So there has to be like a balance, because it's not the classroom. You're not supposed to make your home into a Montessori classroom. You're not supposed to get all the shelves and copy a Montessori classroom. Maria Montessori designed the classroom to feel like a home. She did not say that the home should look like the classroom. She did not say that. So again, so first is declutter, and second is to have a compromise between the furniture of the adult and children. The third one is to have a dedicated space just for the child. So again, there's the common area, the compromise for adults and children talk and meet. Usually it's a dining table or the living room with the sofa for the child, sofa for the adults. But the third part is very special, because these are your pockets in the house that's specifically for the child. Like for example, in the kitchen, the child should have his or her own snack area. So it doesn't have to be fancy. It could just be a table that's child level, and it has containers that the child can open and close. And in those containers are food that does not spoil, does not need refrigeration, and just enough for 1 or 2 servings. Okay, you don't put an entire month's serving on one, on one container. So just a few you know, like let's say 5 crackers, you know, and you want the child to just eat those 5 crackers in the day. And what I do is I have, you know, the plate there, the small plate and some napkins, and it's all arranged from left to right. And the child intuitively knows how to serve himself. And I'll tell you more about, you know, why that's important later on. But for kitchen, a snack area is important. In the bathroom, the child should have a grooming station. So another, it doesn't have to be fancy. It could be just a table with a mirror and maybe his toothbrush or his hairbrush, or you know, some grooming items for the child. Doesn't have to be a lot. The less, sir, the better. Less is more. So for children 3 years old, 3 items is fine, like a tissue box, a hairbrush, and maybe a mirror.